This video is especially for the students who get confused while converting a direct statement into indirect statement. In this short video, I will guide you through the perfect route through which you can easily change a direct statement into indirect statement. So, you will learn very fast and very simplified way through which you can crack your exam question. So let's start this. So the first thing we have to understand what is a speech. A speech is a statement a sentence or an utterance that is spoken by someone else or written by someone else. That is a speech. So, for example, I will come home by 10 p.m. Let's take this example. I will come home by 10 p.m. If my friend speak this sentence, this is the speech of my friend. And if I have to report this sentence, or if I have to report to others that what my friend had spoken, that is the reporting speech. That is the reporting speech. If I report this sentence to other one, that is a reporting speech. And the way I report this sentence to someone else can be of two types. I can use a direct speech or I can use indirect speech. It means reporting speech is divided into two types, direct speech and indirect speech. So what direct speech is? Direct speech is used when we use exact word or the same wording of someone's speech. It means if I use, while reporting, if I use the same sentence, that is direct speech. And if I change some words and use my own words while reporting, that is indirect speech. It means direct speech, exact words of the speaker. Indirect speech, we add our own word in the speech of a speaker while reporting, that is indirect speech. Now look at this sentence. I will come home by 10 p.m. This is a speech given by someone. And I have to report it to my friend. So how can I report? So if I use direct speech, what I will say? She said, I will come home by 10 p.m. So if I use this pattern, that is direct speech. And if I say, She said that she would come home by 10 p.m. That is indirect speech. So in this, what I did, I used the same wording pattern or the same words, but in this case, I have changed few words, or I have replaced few words of the speaker and added my own words. So this is indirect speech. So in academic purpose for a student or examination, direct and indirect speech is very important topic, especially for the school level students and college level students. So students mainly get confused while changing a direct speech into indirect speech, because each time they do not remember all the rules. There are various rules that we have to keep in mind at the time of changing changing a speech. So I will give you a short trick through which you can easily change a direct speech into indirect speech. Now let's understand it first. So look at this example. This is example of direct speech. So you will, in your examination, you will be given a direct speech and suggested to change it into indirect speech. So first thing, we have to understand the parts of direct speech. So the direct speech is, she said, I will come home by tomorrow. Look at this sentence. Look at the full sentence. This is a direct speech sentence. Now look at this full sentence very clearly. So this sentence has three parts. She said is a part. This part is called reporting clause. Reporting clause. While reporting someone's speech, we use a reporting clause. So she said means before comma, the part of the sentence is reporting clause. Then there is commas, a comma and inverted, starting of inverted comma, that is called comma. You can also call it conjunction. This is the second part. And the third part is a speech itself, a complete speech by the speaker. So this is called quoted speech. Somehow people call it reported speech also. So we noticed here a direct speech has three parts. A reporting clause, that is before comma. The second part is comma and the starting of inverted comma. It also can be called conjunction. So this is the second part, and the third part is the full speech, means the quoted speech or the main speech. That is the third part. So while changing a direct speech into indirect speech, we have to change in each part of the direct speech. If you miss changes in any part, your answer would be wrong. That's why you have to take care of each part of the sentence. Now let's discuss how we can change a sentence, a direct speech into indirect speech. Look at this sentence first. So let's deal with the first part. She said. This part has two words. One is said, she, and the second is said. So she said is a reporting clause in the sentence. So here she is pronoun acting as a subject, and said is reporting verb. Said is reporting verb. So we, in reporting clause, we have to change reporting verb. This is the one thing that we have to change in reporting clause. We do not change subject in reporting clause. We only change reporting verb of reporting clause. Means from this part we change only reporting verb. Reporting verb like say, says, said, will say, will say. So these are the reporting verbs that you find in direct speech. So we have to change reporting verb as the first step. The second is comma, this part. So this part is changed to conjunction. Means we add some conjunction in this part instead of this part, and we remove the commas. The conjunctions that we use to remove commas are that, to, if, whether. These are the common conjunction that we use instead of comma while changing a direct speech into indirect speech. Now, this is the second thing. This is the second matter that we have to change. Now, let's discuss about the third part of the sentence, reporting speech or quoted speech. So, look at this sentence. Look at this speech. This speech has also many components, and we have to change these components that are written, and the other words remain the same. So if we find out components of this speech, first is I is a pronoun and working as subject in this part only, in quoted speech part. Will come is tense. Will come represents tense, and tomorrow is time adverbial. So we have to change these three things, like pronoun, tense, and adverbial. And adverbial. And adverbial. So altogether, in these all three parts, we have to change 5 things. First is reporting verb. The second is comma. The third is pronoun. Fourth is tense, and the fifth is adverbial. So we have to change all these 5 components of direct speech serially. If you not follow the serial, you may miss any component to change and your answer will be wrong. So keep these 5 things in mind that you have to change. Let's move further. So This method is called 5-finger rule. So this is the 5-finger rule that we have to change. I again repeat the components or the things that we have to change. The first is reporting verb, second is comma, third is pronoun, the fourth is tense, and the fifth is adverbial. So these are the 5 things that we have to change, which is called the 5-finger rule. Now let's see how we can change it. So let's discuss the changes of reporting verb first. So if there is say, says, it is changed into tell, tells, or remains the same. And if there is will say, it remains the same. Will say. So we do not change will say. But if the reporting verb is said, it is changed into said. We do not change anything. If there is said to, we change it into told. This is for assertive or declarative sentence. If it is an interrogative sentence, said and said to is changed as asked and inquired. If it is imperative sentence, said and said to is changed as told, asked, ordered, suggested, commanded, or other reporting verb that is the function of quoted speech. Means we have to determine the types of sentence that is in inverted comma. Means we have to determine the types of quoted speech. Quoted speech. The quoted, what is the type of quoted speech? Is it assertive sentence? Is it interrogative sentence? Or is it imperative sentence? In interrogative sentence, we have 2 types. One is yes no question, yes no sentence, which generally starts with auxiliary verb. Yes no starts with auxiliary verb. And then the type is WH word. If there is WH word, even it doesn't matter, we use the same reporting verb. So this is related to the changes of reporting verb. Now the next thing is the change of comma or conjunction. Means as the second step, we change this comma, this symbols. So this symbol is also changed as per types of sentence. So if quoted speech is an assertive sentence, we use that instead of comma. If quoted speech is an interrogative sentence, especially yes no question, we use if, whether instead of comma in direct speech. And if the quoted speech is a WH question, we use the same WH words. to replace the comma. Similarly, if the quoted speech is imperative, positive imperative sentence, we use to replace comma, and if it is negative statement, it means if quoted speech is negative imperative sentence, we use not to replace the comma. So keep these two changes in your mind. Now the third is, before discussing the third one, let's see how it is changed. Look at this sentence. I will come by tomorrow. The sentence is I will come by tomorrow. Now let's see how the verb is changed and how the conjunction is changed. The sentence is she said, okay, let's write here. She said, I will come tomorrow by 10 p.m. Okay. So this is the sentence. So here we will only discuss about the changes of reporting verb and comma. So to change reporting verb and comma, we have to find out types of the quoted speech. So this quoted speech is assertive sentence because it starts with subject and has ended with full stop. So it is an assertive sentence. So for assertive sentence, what reporting verb we use? If there is said, we use same thing, said. Yeah, tells. So in IDS, we can change it as she said. Okay, is it okay? So reporting verb is changed. Now we have to change the comma. So for assertive sentence, what conjunction we use? That. So she said that. So as this way, you have to change the reporting verb and the